Hi everyone, welcome back. Sticks and Stones. It's Kevin here, and what we're going to do is we're going to show you how to make the next project. We're going to make a drawing first so you guys have a good idea of how to carve it. Okay, and it's going to be a simple project. It's just going to be a small owl, and we're going to do it on an egg shape. Okay, go to the store, get a basswood egg. If not, do what I did. I just grabbed a piece of wood and I made it into an egg shape with my grinder and stuff, and try it on that. Okay, so first what we're going to do is start with a basic egg shape. I like making these simple ones. This is just a beginner project. Okay, if I want him to be an egg, he better be a little bigger than that. I'm erasing already, guys. But get yourself a nice little egg shape there, big enough that we can put a carving inside it, or a drawing, and then we'll carve it out. Right after this video, we'll do the project, okay? Okay, it's going to be pretty simple. All we're going to do is come up here to the center, and we're going to make a little beak like this for our owl, because that's what it's going to be. Okay, so just try to form a shape like that. And we're going to come up here to the center. We're going to make two big circles. One. Same with this side. Okay, try and keep it as symmetrical as you can. Two. Okay, now they don't have to be perfect. Okay, underneath this circle here, we're going to take this and we're just going to carve, well, we're going to draw a line like that. All right. Okay, let's come over here to the top. It's going to be a little higher than the beak up here, and we're going to go straight across with a line like that. And to come over here, we're going to go straight across with a line like that. I like to make little corners on them, like so. Then we're going to come down, make an upside down U. Well, it's not upside down, that's actually a U, isn't it? Same on this side. Try and keep them the same size or fairly close. Doesn't matter if you're not, but the closer the better. Okay, so if it's a little bit off, just make it a little bigger and then erase the inside. You can always redraw. And this is just going to be our reference pattern anyway. Okay, so we have two eyes here. What we're going to do next is put another U on the inside, like so. I'm going to come over here to the corner. We're going to make a white dot, because all this we're going to color in black. This will be painted black, actually. Now these simple little carvings, this is great for the beginners, because you're starting with just a simple shape. I mean, it's not even a perfect egg, as you can see, but you'll get the idea. And what's nice about them is if you improve your painting skills, we're going to do the same here. Make sure they're pretty much the same size. But if you improve your painting skills, you can make simple little carvings like this. Don't forget that little highlight there. And make these little simple carvings pop. I love playing with paint. Don't get me wrong, I like carvings that are just all natural and all wood also. But as an artist, you want to experiment and you want to improve your skills, and that's what these little carvings are great for. You know, if you start messing with paint, because you could take a little simple thing like this, which is pretty easy to do, okay, and turn it into something that's really pleasing to the eye and totally different and fancier than what you started with. Okay, now that's pretty much the basics of what we're doing here. Now I'm going to make his eyebrows this eye right here a little bit more pronounced, okay, by coloring it in. And this one over here, same thing. Give it a little point at the top. I'm gonna color that in. Okay. And again, this is just going to be for doing the project in pencil first before we take to the wood, so we have an understanding of what we're about to do. All right, and this right here will be his beak, and we'll shade that a little bit. The drawing doesn't have to be perfect, because once we start doing it on wood, it'll just be reference for us. Okay, now what I'm going to do is make some dots, because when we paint him, that's what's going to be the interesting part. So I'm just going to go around and I'm going to make spots like this. Okay, and you could put them wherever you want. They could be random. You could make them symmetrical. A lot of times they don't look half as good if you give them too many. Okay, so I'm just going to go around, and these will paint black, and we're going to paint our bird white. Okay, and this right here is pretty much all we're going to do to this carving, and we're going to use two, well, maybe three tools. We're going to use a rough out knife, we're going to use our detail knife, we're going to use a V-tool, and that's all we're going to use, besides some, you know, paints, acrylic paints, to make this project. I'm going to color my spots in here, and if you want to put a couple more spots or a couple less spots, it's totally up to you. It's your prerogative. Sometimes I'll add another one to get it to look even. And that's all I'm doing, is going around and coloring my spots now. But you see how simple this design is? All it is a circle, really. I just want to make it a little more egg-shaped on my wood. Because like I said, you could go to any craft store and usually find a basswood egg. I've carved little owls like this on, what do they call them? Finials, I think? Furniture finials. I believe that's what they call them. But anything with a round shape or an egg shape, like I said, if this was, let's say, a little more egg shaped, kind of at the top here. Whoops. If I brought that down like that and I erased all that, you know, it'd probably look a little bit better. Kind of like this. Once you get the idea, make an egg. Okay, but this right here is going to be the design we use to make the next project. And the first project in our new on our new YouTube channel, Kevin's Carvings. Okay, I'm just going around and cleaning him up where I want. I'm shaping him out. I'm not even really trying too hard to make a great drawing, because I'm going to be redrawing it on the project. But if you want to do this project, I recommend at least drawing it out a little here first with me like this, and then you have an idea of what we're going to do once we get to the wood. Okay, now even up here, I'm probably not going to do that in the video, but you could even give him lines like that, right? And you can make his nose longer if you want, or you can make it shorter. Totally up to you. Okay, so this right here is basically what we're going to be doing. It's just a simple little egg shape. We're going to make an owl out of it. Man, I cannot draw an egg shape to save my life, huh? And that's pretty much it. So once you do this part, oh boy, I tell you, me and these pencils. But once you do this part, then you go to the next video and you learn how to actually make the carving. Okay? Trust me, it'll come out better than this. I'm just having a hard time with my egg today. So this right here is it. That's our basic little carving or drawing for the next project we're going to do. And all it is an egg shape and a couple of hand tools, and we'll come up with a nice little carving that you can give to your friends or sell or give it to one of your kids. Okay? And that'll be it. Okay, let's move on and go carve this guy.